companies that they recently featured. But before we do all that, I want to just give a shout out to all of you. If you have any feedback or comments, send me a note at ashkumra@kuci.org or find me on Instagram at ashkumra. My name also on Facebook as well. Whatever works for you all. I want to connect with you all. But enough of me. Let's talk about TechInMotion. So I've been fortunate to know these individuals for a few years now. And what I love about what they do is TechInMotion puts on awesome events that helps entrepreneurs, business leaders, and people in the technical areas thrive. They do it with social events. They do it with ways to showcase companies that they're involved with and other companies that are in the kind of greater ecosystem. And they do this really cool thing called the Timmy Awards. And I'm going to let them explain what Timmy Awards means, because for the longest time I didn't understand it, but then it was like one of those simple, oh, I get why they call it that. I'll let them explain it. But yeah, the Timmy Awards. And so, yeah, we have, please introduce yourself from the TechInMotion team.
Hi, my name's Layla Edamati.
My name's Emma Jordan. And so the Timmy is actually kind of a fun little play on words. Our event series is called TechInMotion. So when we wanted to create our award series, we were like, all right, let's get a little funny with this and go with Timmy's. So yeah, Layla's going to talk a little bit about what the awards means and kind of what it looks like.
So the Timmy Awards is a tech event ceremony which honors the best tech companies in Orange County. So the award ceremony took place at the Irvine Improv on October 23rd. We had over 40 companies in attendance and over 500 guests.
So we did give out 4 awards. So those 4 award categories are Best Tech Manager, Best Tech Work Culture, Best Tech Workplace for Diversity, and Best Tech Startup. So a few of our winners are for Startup and Diversity category are here with us today, and we're really excited to introduce them to you all.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. First off, I was at your awards. So fun. I mean, it was at the Comedy Club. First off, I'm pretty sure a lot of people said this to you. Who knew that place could be a venue? Like,
yeah.
I'm used to going there where they throw tomatoes at people and talk crap about people, and I'm now seeing companies getting honored. It's such a cool thing. I'm curious, what did you learn about the Timmy Awards when you did it this year? Like, when you both were involved, because you guys both organized it and made it happen. What were some takeaways you both learned from it, like that you didn't expect or expected?
Well, this was actually the first year that we personally are running the Timmy Awards and have seen a Timmy Awards. It was just a lot of event planning, getting companies to nominate themselves and to vote, and getting guests excited about it. So I think overall this is the first time it's been this many people in attendance. We didn't expect this many people, and it was such a great turnout, so it exceeded our expectations and our predecessors' expectations too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think another thing we definitely learned too, which was really cool, is we learned about how connected the Orange County tech scene really is. We actually had a chance to meet with most of the companies that were nominated and were our finalists. So getting out there and getting a chance to meet with them face to face, we really learned like everyone kind of knows each other, and it's this really cool community that we got to see play out at the event itself as well. Everyone just having a great time and really building that community up.
Okay, very cool. What else do you have coming up for the next few months for people to know?
Well, we're going to have smart tech demos, which we actually are inviting these 2 ladies to.
Nice.
So it'll be a demos and drinks, and we'll have companies that have smart tech, so smart buildings, smart airplanes. So that'll be close to end of January, February. We're still working out the details, but we'll be sure to get that to you.
And we also have a mixer event next week, actually, next Thursday night. This is just a really fun, like, networking mixer event, kind of like I said, build up that community and get to know other tech professionals in the area. So that's going to be a really good time. The first few people to arrive will get a free drink. We're going to have some fun, like, networking activities going on. And then, yeah, like Layla said, we'll have an event in February, and then we're starting to plan out our calendar, so definitely look out for more.
Thank you. Well, thank you both for doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
So, we have 2 rock stars here, 2 companies represented, 2 companies that were the best of the best. And, yeah, why don't we start with you? Just tell us your name and tell us what kind of company you have. What are you trying to do with your company?
Yeah, my name is Noemi Bonesio, and I'm the creator of Metaseismic. Metaseismic is a University of California Irvine startup company which is creating new materials for seismic protection. So in simple word, we know we live in California, so we are used to things shaking. And earthquakes happen, but this is a problem that affects not just us, 30% of the world. Because of earthquakes, we need to build our buildings differently. We need more materials and reinforcement, which is expensive. Now, for a moment, imagine a world where you can literally lay the foundation for a home, put a special material pad on it, and then you can build a normal house on top. I would say even a glass house. The material that Metaseismic is creating will make your buildings earthquake-proof. And what is really revolutionary, what we are creating, is that you can use this material for almost anything. Like an art museum here in Orange County can use it to protect statues, or a data center, a computer server farm can protect expensive equipment.
Wow, so you are going to help make sure that when another earthquake happens, some of us won't be in a building where it topples down.
Right. Lastly, we want to save lives.
That's amazing.
What
inspired you to do this? That's such a great company vision.
Well, I'm a scientist, so I do have a PhD in structural engineering with emphasis in earthquake, and I work for many years in materials. So combining this knowledge in seismic and materials, we came out with this material. That's why it's meta-seismic, meta-materials for seismic protection. Also, I'm originally from Italy, where I experienced bad earthquakes in my home country. And I mean, I witnessed the destruction from earthquakes from many other countries. So we are working to avoid all this level of devastation to businesses, housing, and to make this world a better place.
I love that.
Yeah. And here at UCI, we have the support of University of California Applied Innovation, well known as the Cove. That is the place that are supporting us, the incubator where we grow. And it's if you are a scientist and you have an idea and you want to bring this idea to the world, that's the place to be. And so they are helping us to bring the technology from the lab to the world, to the community, to the market. And we have the support from National Science Foundation that give us funding for R&D and technology development.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
One thing I loved when I asked you, what made you decide to do this is, first off, your credentials are phenomenal. I mean, the fact that you're a PhD in structural engineering, right?
Right.
But what's great is that you gave that personal experience where you said, I grew up somewhere and I saw this. I've learned that it's so important to attach a problem that you want to solve, not just from a, hey, academically or business-wise, this is what I do, but also something that hits you home. So I'm glad that you shared both, because that's a good trait. I mean, the best entrepreneurs we've had on this show and people I've personally learned from have that trait. So good luck with your business.
Thank you.
One last question for you on this is, what advice would you give someone who wants to be in your industry, someone who wants to help solve a problem in the earthquake, seismic activity world?
Well, as a scientist, I would like to give an advice to scientists and engineers that really want to bring their innovation and technology from lab to the market. What I learned through National Science Foundation I-Core program, that is a training that I received, is that you need to start from the needs of your community, from the needs of your customer. Right. So start from there, and then you go back to the lab and make your algorithms, make your formula, develop your materials to solve their problems.